Maybe, hopefully, it could get to the point where we could joke and be like, haha, like, kamote, like, I don't know. Like,
I feel like because of those deep down daddy issues that I had, my biological dad would make some promises on my birthday and he could never go through with them. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. We miss you guys so much. I know. Last week, we didn't have an episode for you guys. Am I gonna say sorry? No. Sorry never comes out of my mouth. Only shit. But low-key, sometimes I feel like there's really nothing to talk about. And sometimes we have a lot of brain rot. Guess sometimes we just don't know what the fuck we're saying. And we just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. And sometimes we really do need to go touch grass, girl.
No, honestly, we ramble on a little too much. That doesn't even make fucking sense, bitch.
But I know you have been booked and busy. So comment down below right now, what have you guys been doing? Because I know you guys have been doing a lot. I know your man cheated on you last weekend, girl. I know for a fact. So please let me know what happened because I want to be your emotional support dog.
We are your emotional support therapist. So whenever you need us, if you have a problem, let us know.
But if you guys didn't know, it's my birthday. Dun, dun. It's my birthday. Dun, dun. It's my birthday. Dun, dun. It's my birthday. Dun, dun.
I had to go to the store and get him a few things. We got him a little sash, and it is blue because if you guys don't know, blue is Danny's favorite color.
I low-key love it. It's low-key two of my favorite colors, which is blue and silver.
Very true.
I was a little suspicious because at first it looked gold, and I was like, I don't like gold.
I know, so I had to make
it's
sure.
My birthday.
Así, es su cumpleaños.
What the hell? Just kidding. No, but for real though, I can't believe that it is my birthday, the day that we are officially filming this.
Hold on, you still have something else.
Oh my God, not a whole ass little crown.
You got a whole crown. You can put it over your hat.
I'm all the Fairly Odd Parents.
Literally.
Literally. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you, friend.
Of course.
But literally the day that we are filming this is the exact day of my birthday. So please wish me so many birthday wishes because I feel like I always get the birthday blues where like nobody cares about me and all this bullshit shit. But that's just my inner saboteur. Please wish me a happy birthday so I can feel a little bit better today. But thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Another year, another dollar, another day of sacrifice, because that's really what we're doing is sacrificing ourselves every single day by living.
Oh, got talk real quick, I guess. That's where the birthday blooms come from. We are going to sing him a little happy birthday before we continue on. So let's light these candles up. We got some tall ones.
Wait, do you know the Madagascar one? The Madagascar singing one?
Which one is it?
I'll do it then.
Oh,
well, maybe you could hold my cake.
Okay.
And then I'll sing it to myself because I like the song. Low-key, nobody knows this song, but I personally love this song. I feel like it's like a childhood song. Aww. And nobody has ever sang it to me, but I feel like I also have never mentioned it. Yeah. But I just realized not too long ago that I'm like, wow, I really like this. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me.
You smell like a monkey. And you are one. No, you're a.
and you look like one too.
Oh, wait, I do know it. What the fuck? I just haven't sang it in so long.
I do like that one. But that one's from Madagascar, so I like it. But thank you. Let's sing it again together. Acapella. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to me. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to me. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Danny. Oh, we're singing this. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. You smell like a monkey.
And
it goes like that. It goes, and you look like one too.
Make a wish. Yay!
Oh, how cute. Thank you so much. And of course, it's chocolate.
So he has to take a bite.
Yeah, low-key. And the frosting kind of looks really good.
It really does. I feel like Ralph's cakes are really underrated.
Maybe not the frosting. You want to taste?
Just kidding. Maybe.
Maybe you'll like it. I hate that type of frosting. I know what type of frosting it is, but I don't like that type of frosting.
It's lemon.
No wonder. Hell no, vatos. Hell no. I'll just eat the chocolate.
That frosting is really good.
But it looks good. It is really good and nice and like squishy, but just the flavor.
But you know what? When I was getting this cake, I was like, oh, it's just fruit dye that they use.
Yeah, it looks like fruit dye. I didn't think that it had flavor.
Exactly. And also on the paper, it doesn't say that it's lemon frosting. So I think they should add that because what if someone's allergic?
Before we move on and talk about my birthday a little bit more, because girl, it is about me, let's talk about you guys, because you guys had a lot to say in last week's episode. And we want to give a shout out to everyone that showed lots of love. So let's move on to the first comment because y'all had us screaming.
This one's from Isabella Fields 0090. Haha, 30-year-old here. My parents had me on a tight leash. I was a good girl, but my middle sister, she didn't care and managed to sneak out and get a tattoo, go to parties that would get raided. And she never got caught at those sneak outs. I really wish I had been more rebellious. I didn't party, but I ended up being a mom at 18. I can't complain. I'm still with my high school sweetheart.
Aww. Okay, girl.
But at least that's good.
Yeah, at least you got something good out of it.
Yeah.
Where's your sister at? She in jail. I'm just kidding.
Dude, it doesn't hurt to go out and sneak out, especially when you're like at that younger age. I'm not condoning it, obviously, but as long as you're not being like really rebellious and getting like in trouble by the law and like all that stuff.
Well, you know what? You literally sparked a memory in me because I feel like last week's episode, well, not last week's episode, but 2 weeks ago episode, we had talked about sneaking out was because I wanted to talk about something that was very specific, but I totally forgot. But now that I remember, when I was younger, me and my sister, we would always go to my cousin's house. My mom would trust us to go to my cousin's house all the time, and we had always slept over, and we would always sleep over in her room specifically. Sometimes when I would sleep over at my cousin's house and I would sleep inside of her room, we would frequently jump out of her window and sneak out and go to 7-Eleven, buy a pizza, go to the park and eat it there, get home at 2 a.m. Now, that was the easiest because it was fun. You know, she had a 7-Eleven by her house. She also had a McDonald's. Everything was walking distance, and we had grown up around that area, so we kind of already knew everything that was around there. I regret doing this, but there would be times where she would make us sneak out with her to go see her man. And we would go sleep at her man's house. Oh. Like me and my sister and her. And she would literally put us on the floor and she would sleep with her man and they would hook up and do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Bitch, while y'all are in the room?
Literally, yes. I was like, what the hell? That's the only thing that I do regret about sleeping over. Like, why would I go? I think it would be better if I would have just stayed in her room and she would have just left and I would have had a cozy ass bed to sleep in.
Literally.
I feel like when you're young, you feel so trapped. So you want to escape as much as possible. And I feel like that's why they're like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult, to have my own house, to do this. And it does feel liberating, but I feel like that's why I'm always like, oh, how do you have a better connection with your child so that sneaky things like this don't ever happen?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I would be all for it if my daughter or my son would be like, hey, dad, you know, I want to go over to my boyfriend's house. And I'd be like, yeah. Let me just call their parent, let them know. Okay. Let's be according, make sure that we have ground rules.
Drop you off and I'll pick you up in the morning.
No problem. Like, that's the type of communication skills that I would like to have with my future son or daughter. That's why I had asked you guys, how can you build that type of relationship with your own kids so that they don't start sneaking around and doing stuff? You know what I mean? Exactly. But that's going on to our next comment. This one's from Canela Ramirez 4145. I have a 17-month-old baby girl and I don't think I want to know she's having sex. Like, I wouldn't want to know when she's going to do it, if that makes sense. I like to know when she starts to just to tell her how to be safe, and I'd give advice if she needs it. She can come to me, but I just have to know you're going on a date and not that you're going to get digged down. Love y'all. Love this episode. Thank you so much for that comment.
Yes,
but
dude.
One thing that I do want to tell you guys is, like, here's another opinion, and I want to know about this because this is very, you know, a little rocky. Do you guys want your kids to tell you when they're about to have sex, or if they're gonna have sex, or if they already had sex because they're sneaking around?
I personally would like to know that they are wanting to. Like, if I have a daughter, birth control is one that's good, because I know there's a lot of birth controls that could really fuck up your hormones and everything. I learned that the hard way when I was younger, when I started taking it, and I had to stop taking it. And then obviously tell her, like, hey, if you are, let me know, so we could even go to the doctors after, so you could just get a checkup. And I don't even have to go. If you want, you could just go yourself. I could just wait in the parking lot if that makes you feel more comfortable. And it's also, if I have a son, you always have to carry protection no matter what. That's the thing that I am going to say. For a guy, he should be the one carrying protection. So that's something that I will definitely emphasize on my son if I ever have one. Yeah, girls could carry protection too, but like the guy's the one with the dick. I don't need to be carrying that around myself.
I feel like I would love to know if they are starting to show some type of interest just so I can educate them and be like, look, you can have sex, but just remember there's consequences when you have sex, that you can get HIV, you can get somebody that takes advantage of you, you can also get pregnant, and you can get pregnant as soon as you start your period. And for men, as soon as you start ejaculating, you can start having kids. I feel like that's a very good talk to have with your children. Like, let's say, for example, if I was a dad right now, one thing that I would love to put into my routine is every week have my son or daughter ask me whatever questions they want, and I'll answer them truthfully. Because I feel like kids have a lot of questions, and I would love to dedicate my time to be like, okay, son, today's question day. Let me know what you have in questions,
or
and I would love to help you.
Like, put them in a box for the week, and then you could just kind of like go through them, and then they could choose to see it, but like, oh, do you still want me to answer that question or not? And you guys just kind of go through it. I
feel like that would be such a good way to help educate your children about anything, because kids really do have a lot of questions, and kids don't want to ask their parents because they feel uncomfortable or whatever it is. And that's where I feel like the parents should try different types of ways to make their kids comfortable enough to be able to ask these questions. I was always comfortable with my mom to ask him questions about anything, and so with my stepdad, I never had a fear of any type of questions. Even in our friendship, I always ask any type of question, no matter if it makes you uncomfortable or it makes me uncomfortable, because I would rather know than, you know, keep having this inner saboteur in my head and think the wrong way, or think that the wrong way is the right way, but I just don't know because I didn't ask that question. I was scared.
No, yeah, 100%.
I feel like I just rambled on for so long.
No, but it all did make sense. But now let's move on to the third comment. This one's from @Ramosai. My boyfriend, who's also Mexican, talks about his sex life with his mom and even with his tia. He once told his mom about our sex life and even mentioned how he had to buy me a plan B. I could never look into his mom's eyes because she knows what we're doing. It's just weird to me because there's no way in hell I'm able to talk to my mom about this. Also, do you guys think it's weird how he tells his mom about our intimacy? No sé, LOL.
I personally feel like no. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring this week's episode.
If you're obsessed with baseball season like we are, then listen up, porque tenemos el chisme caliente and a way to spice up your sports watching.
Spring is here, and that means baseball is back, baby. And let me tell you, PrizePicks is our go-to daily fantasy app. You just pick more or less on a couple of player stats, and boom, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash.
I was watching the game the other day, and I picked Shohei Ohtani for more than one home run and Julio Rodriguez for more than one stolen base. And guess what? Gané dinero viendo el juego desde mi cama.
It's literally that easy. You can mix and match players from different sports too. Baseball, basketball, even esports. And if your lineup's not perfect, no pasa nada. The Flex Play lets you still win something.
Oh, and they're giving y'all a bonus. Sign up today and use code LTP and get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Download the app today and use code LTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup.
It's fast, it's fun, it's safe, and when your picks hit, and you can get paid out in as little as 15 minutes. Period. PrizePicks, run your game. And he's talking to his mom about sexual things. So like, let's say for example, he didn't know what a plan B was, and he went over, instead of asking he could have asked you, his girl, but he went off to ask his mom, and that's okay. Hey mom, I gave my girlfriend a plan B. Should I be worried that I gave her a plan B? Like, we're not ready to have kids.
Is there a certain one that I should get her? Like, what if he needed advice from his own mom?
Because I'm sure a lot of men don't even know how to make a woman come. And because they've never had a real talk with their mothers to tell them like, hey, you need to let this woman finish as well. Now, just have your needs be pleased first, because that's what comes out of all that. If you don't have a woman figure to tell you all that, then a man's very much clueless, and
they're just focused about like if they're gonna finish first and like if they feel happy. Good. I feel like that's something que falta mucho in the hookup culture, or even just in the sex life with men, and that's why I feel like I've just kind of been avoiding that kind of realm right now, because I'm like, girl, like, to me it's a waste of time. I'm out here like wasting my pussy on some fucking guy that can't even make me come and shit, only from that last time. But
do you feel uncomfortable, just like how last time you had this incident with your mom about talking about sex? You feel like now you can still comfortably go up to your mom and be like, hey mom, I just sucked some fucking fat ass dick.
I still can't do that.
Yeah, so you see, but but it's because your mom has never made you feel comfortable to talk about sex.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not over here giddy and gritty about being like, oh, well, I want that relationship to change so I can tell my mom I sucked a big fat dick.
No, yeah, that's not like, look, I want to get comfortable with my mom, obviously, but I guess there's just certain aspects where, like, it doesn't need to be because I'm already a grown woman. I already know. It probably would have helped when I was a younger kid, when I was a teen. That would have helped a lot to kind of give me that warning to kind of, help me understand it more. But realistically, I just discovered that myself, and now I understand what I would do differently in my future if I do end up having kids. For sure, as of right now with my mom, maybe, hopefully, it could get to the point where we could joke and be like, haha, like, kamote, like, I don't know, like, stupid shit, right? But from the looks of it right now, it's like my parents or my family don't speak
about intimate stuff like that.
Not even like that, but no son mal hablados. So even if I try to fuck around and be like, chupa mi verga, pendeja, like,
would be like,
they would
what
be like, ¿cómo? ¿Por qué estás diciendo mija? Eso no se dice eso. Hey, like,
nah,
educación.
You're like, mama huevo.
Mama huevo. That's a big one. But yeah, like, that's something I don't think my parents would definitely take, and they'll be like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, don't be saying that shit. What the fuck? Like, just no, Yeah,
so, I feel like there's just definitely a lot of mixed emotions and different opinions when it comes to talking about sex.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe because I'm a very open spirit, sex should be definitely normalized, or else we want to have our kids having kids.
Yeah,
so,
teen pregnancies, basically. There has to be at least a boundary of how much your partner is telling the parent about your intimacy, though. No, you don't think?
I don't think so. Well, I'm not over there fucking gonna tell my mom like, yeah, I fucking bent her over and fucking smacked
well, yeah,
her
that's
ass.
what I mean.
But
like,
I think when it comes to talking about intimacy or even talking about sex in general, there's still a line of respect. Like, let's say, for example, okay, I'm just a normal person,
right,
talking to my parent about, hey, mom, I don't know, out of nowhere, I have limp dick. Why do I have that?
Okay.
Those are problems that you need to talk about.
That's
like,
true.
let's say, for example, mom, like, we've tried everything. We've tried to have sex this way, and this way.
I still can't get off,
I still
or
can't
you
get pregnant. I still can't get her pregnant.
That's true.
Is it me or is it them? That's the type of communication you gotta have. And that's still respectful, but you're not over here being like, yeah, I fucking sucked his dick, and like, like,
and low-key, high-key, that was actually going through my head. I'm like, so what do you tell? Like, you fucking this bitch up? Like, you fucking slapping her titty or what? Like, that's what I was thinking.
But like, I'm just saying, like,
it makes more sense in the perspective that you put it that way.
Yeah, like if I was single right now and my mom would be like, oh, well, what are you gonna do right now? Oh, well, I'm gonna go hook up with a guy.
Oh, I was like,
you get tested. No, like I would literally tell my mom.
After.
Yeah, I think I would have a really good relationship with my mom where I could literally be like, yeah, mom, I'm gonna go hook up with the guy.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh, okay, just be safe. It just depends on the type of relationship you have with the parent. Let's move on to the next comment. This one is from Adriana000. Hookup story. So my mom was at work. She came home like at 7 p.m. I went to go do the deed for the first time, and well, I bled. She called me. I started running my ass home because she said, I'm going to pick you up at your friend's house. And let me tell you, I was running with blood on me. She met me right in time, and I just tried to avoid her seeing my booty till I showered and changed. LOL. Sorry, mother. That's something you should definitely hide.
No, for sure, dude. And especially like when you bleed the first time, like, girl, I forgot how that even went by for me. For sure, it like stung a little bit, but I don't remember that much blood, to be honest.
Well, maybe it was a chiquito petito.
Oh, maybe. Micropenis. I mean, honestly, you could even make the excuse like, oh, I just got my period, to be honest, too.
But what if that's a boy? Ooh.
Because you did say that you covered your ass, so I'm confused.
So maybe you did anal and you were bleeding?
Ah, shit, you're crazy.
But you guys, I'm hella fucking thirsty, so let's move on to
Sip of the Week. This wine here, we actually got again from Trader Joe's. It is the Simpler brand wines in the flavor rosé, Italian sparkling wine with vino frizzante. I don't know what that means, but I've been wanting to try the rose one for such a long time, and I feel like wine is a perfect timing for a little celebration that we got going on too. So I am excited to try this one, and this also has 10% of alcohol, so it's not that strong.
How much was it?
$4.99. Oh my god, I almost forgot the pricing packaging, but that's how cheap.
Of?
4.
So they were $1.50 each.
Literally $1.50. So they have the white wine, they have rosé, and they have a peach one. I was planning on getting the peach one, but we just recently tried a peach wine not too long ago, so I didn't want to continue having that peach flow going along. But that is the wine that we're going to be trying today.
Well, since it is my birthday and Irma actually doesn't even know me that well, I guess I have to get my own sip of the week this week. Oh, God.
Buzzball.
I brought a buzzball to the sip of the week this week. And a blue buzzball because it's my birthday. And I wanted to at least have a blue buzzball for my birthday because it's my birthday. So this week, of course, we're also trying a blue buzzball. This is the cocktail version. Berry cherry lemonade. You guys already know it's 15% premium vodka with tropical fruit juice, other natural and artificial flavors, and certified colors. Now, there is a government warning here because you can get cancer. So please keep drinking. And it is woman-owned. We love all our women out there because you guys raise us to be the better people that we are today.
Yay.
So let's cheer it up, honey.
Let's cheer. And you know what's funny? I was literally gonna get you a buzzball, but I was like, no, I think he'll enjoy a little wine moment.
Nope.
For his birthday? No, bitch. I thought wrong.
Okay, you guys, let's try the blue buzzball. I love her.
Let's try this one.
This was so delicious.
That rosé's bomb.
No, this blue buzzball's better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
For this week's episode, of course, since it is my birthday, we want to talk all about birthdays. I feel like the last time that we talked about birthdays, it was for Irma's birthday, which I clearly remember that episode so vividly. No sé por qué. I feel like it was not too long ago.
Yeah.
And we're now talking about my birthday, and then soon we're going to talk about hers again.
Literally.
It just comes every year.
It comes every year. You're just getting old as fuck, bitch.
Yeah,
and fatter.
But, bitch, well, me, girl. Me, I'm fucking fat as fuck right now. But if you guys don't know, and I want you guys to drop your horoscope right now. I want to know what horoscope you are. What's your rising? What's your
moon,
bottom, up,
your
down, left,
Venus
right,
sign.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, girl. I don't know, girl. Comment down below what you are. But if you guys don't know, I am in Aries. I am a full-on fire sign. Yes. So, of course, bitch, don't fuck with me because I am not the fucking one. This is a little overview of who in Aries is. Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. So, first of all, we're number 1.
Wow.
Is known for its fiery, energetic, and contagious nature, ruled by Mars and symbolized by the ram. Aries individuals are often described as bold, ambitious, and passionate, with natural inclination towards leadership and taking charge.
Wow. That sounds very like you.
Yes, it is. Well, let us know what your horoscope is right now. Comment down below right now and what it means because, girl, I want to know a little bit more about horoscopology and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck the word is.
Literally, there's a lot of things that people say about compatibility. And mind you, Alanis is Aries as well. And I've seen mixed things about saying that they're compatible, but they're not. But honestly, I see it as a compatibility because at the end of the day, like, fire can't go against fire or anything. So it's like, it's an easy
It was
fix.
meant to be.
It really was. But I feel like you've usually mentioned that around your birthday, you did actually mention earlier that you get the little, birthday blues. But I just wanted to ask, why do you get very emotional during your birthday? You've explained it before, but any new emotions that you've been experiencing each time that it comes up now that you're getting older?
I feel like now I don't get as sad anymore. There's tendencies where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do anything because I just don't feel like it, or I don't feel celebrated, or this person didn't say happy birthday to me, or this person didn't do this, or this person didn't do that. I was worried so much about what others could do for me on my special day and what I have done for others on their special day. But then I start kind of taking a little bit of a step back and be like, well, you don't really need anybody around you to make your birthday special. You make your birthday special however you want to. And if the people that you invite don't come or don't do this or don't do that, it's okay. It's not personal, and you just kind of have to live with it. And you can't be be so stubborn about how other people should treat you. I kind of just have made it very clear to myself that I'm like, look, do what you want to do for your birthday and invite whoever the fuck you want. And if they don't come or they don't do anything, that's okay. As long as you can have a great time, that's all that matters. And that's what I just kind of want to do from now on, is just have a good time, and that's it. Like, just have a good time.
That's literally
I don't want to worry about
point.
anybody else but myself. I don't care anymore.
As long as at that moment you're living your life and you're having a good time, don't let anybody else ruin it, or like you're not gonna let anybody else in their little problems fuck up.
Yeah, and I feel like when I was younger, one thing that triggered me the most when my birthday would come around was the fact that my mom, at least on her part, had always tried to do her best to make me feel celebrated for my birthday, and I had always gotten everything that I wanted for my birthday. I feel like because of those deep down daddy issues that I had, my biological dad would make some promises on my birthday and he could never go through with them. And you know, as a child, you kind of just don't think about what an adult is really doing, like if they're going through some hard times or they just don't want to see you or they want to avoid you. And you know, you could just kind of start thinking that it's all your fault, like, oh well, he doesn't want to see me because he doesn't love me. He didn't even talk about it. So I feel like that's what triggered me as I was growing up, that it just made it very emotional because something always had to go wrong on my birthday. And I promise y'all, every single year something had gone wrong. Yeah. And I've learned to be like, you know what? That's not my story. And I'm not going to let that continue eating me up every single year for my birthday, because then I'm just not going to have a good birthday. And I don't want that. I want to celebrate another year of living, because a lot of people can't reach all the way to 27. Being alive is a very beautiful thing. You have your sight, you have your arms, you have your health, you have your family around you. A lot of people don't have that. I now very much appreciate life for what it's given me and for what I am looking forward to, because I just can't stop myself from living just because of something that happened to me in the past and can't affect me anymore. It's just a lot to finally make a full 360 to be like, you know what? Well, I'm trying to have a good time. I've seen myself change dramatically from the type of person that I had been many years ago, and still what I still haven't changed and what I want to change. And I'm very happy with the way that I am, and I'm very happy with the decisions that I had made, and I'm super happy about what the future holds next. I'm understanding now from like my youth is like, I'll never be this young ever again. I'll never look like this ever again. I'll never be able to do the things that I can do again ever again. And that's where I start to think at myself, I'm like, girl, like you have all the ability to get ripped, to get healthy, to have a successful career, to have a lovely family, and to do all of these things, and you're not doing anything right now. That's something that I also wanted to talk about here on the podcast as well, was that am I where I want to be at this age? I don't know. I don't know. I personally really don't know, because I am very conflicted onto what I really want to do, because I feel like the fear of being there forever makes it seem like, oh shit, I have to find something perfect so that I don't fuck up in my life and be like, oh shit, I regret doing this because I could have been doing this for a very long time. You know what I mean? It just makes it very confusing of like, wait, am I where I'm supposed to be in my life at this age? Because they're having kids already. They already bought 3 homes. They already are investors. They are already financially free. They already have this career. I'm all thinking about all of that things. And I'm also thinking about kids, because no matter what it is, yeah, I might not want to have kids, but when you think about it and you're like, fuck, what if when I hit 40 and I'm like, fuck, now I want kids, I'm all going to be a whole ass grandfather to these kids as soon as I have them. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're kind of thinking like, shit, I should have started a lot younger. And that's when you start realizing, when do I start a family? Am I supposed to start a family now? Am I supposed to start a family later? Am I supposed to actually dedicate my life to a career? I feel like so right now, there's so many questions that it's just impossible to answer them all at once. Yeah. And I just kind of have to go through life to understand them. And I just don't know. I think I am in a very comfortable state in my life where I am happy, but there's more. You feel like
you could do more.
I could do more.
Honestly, our age, we may feel like it's old, but realistically, we're still pretty young if you really think about it. We still have so many years ahead of us. I feel like right now we just need to try to focus on the present, but obviously we're going to be getting older very soon. How do you feel about that?
I've been thinking so much about old people. And when I think about old people, I think about, wait, how am I going to look when I turn fucking 80 or 90? Am I going to be happy with the decisions that I made? A lot of people people don't really get concerned about the way that they look when they're gonna get older, but I have a really big fear of getting like wrinkles.
You don't want crow's feet.
I don't want crow's feet. Like, I even tell my sister too, she's 24 years old, and I go, sister, you gotta go get your Botox because you got crow's feet.
Yeah.
And you know, right now, there is a trend going on where crow's feet are a little sexy on older men.
Really?
Don't get me wrong, I'm into that trend too, but
not for me, bitch.
not for me.
This face.
I just don't want to get wrinkled. Something that
hands.
triggers me so much is my hands. Something that triggers me a lot is my neck as well. So I also get a lot of triggers with that. Like, imagine like, oh my God, I get so wrinkly. Like, I love how tight my skin is. So, like, imagine when we get older, you're just going to be like...
As long as it retracts.
It's all slime. It's all squishy bunny fucking slime, girl.
No, mommies, it's all flaps. What the fuck?
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not in a position right now where I love completely my body because it's not where I want to be. And you start thinking about, when do I start loving my fucking body? And then you go on to be like, fuck, every year your body changes. You always get something new in your body, no matter what it is. You start feeling some sort of way. Our face gets bigger. Our heads get bigger. Chins start looking a certain way. Our teeth start looking a certain way. So no matter what, you're always very insecure about one's body. And that's the one thing that I hate about myself right now is like, when am I going to stop caring about my fucking body? When am I going to stop caring about how I look? Like, I want to get to that point where I don't care. I'm comfortable with my body. And thank you to SKIMS for sponsoring this week's episode.
Okay, let's get real for a second. If your bras and underwear still got you feeling uncomfortable, it's time for an upgrade. SKIMS seriously changed the game for me.
And listen, even I know the struggle. Irma's always like, don't touch my skin drawers. And now I get why. Because once you try them on, you don't want to go back.
My go-to, the Fits Everybody crossover bralette. I got big boobs, okay? And this bralette gives me that support without squeezing the life out of me. No more feeling flat like a pancake in a sports bra. Big girl boob approved.
And the Fits Everybody full briefs, iconic. Irma used to complain about seams and bulky fabrics under jeans. Now she's out here strutting in a full comfort mode.
Literally every outfit starts with my SKIMS. The stretch, the support, the softness. It just makes me feel confident all day.
So go check out SKIMS' best intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection at skims.com/LTP.
And when you're checking out, tell them Let's Talk Pendejadas sent you. Select podcasts in the survey and choose our show in the drop down.
Get older, I'm not gonna like the way that I am. I just kind of have to accept it. You know what I mean?
And I feel like
want to get to the phase of accepting.
That's the part where it's at. You just have to accept the way that your body is just growing and progressing and just getting older, because we're not getting any younger unless we do some fucking, I don't know, cleanse juice, drinking, I guess, fucking blood or something that these celebrities be doing and shit.
Honestly, like, girl, as soon as the fucking devil tells me to sign my fucking life away to look this young for my entire life, I will. I'll sign that fucking shit immediately, girl.
Can substance exist? Can it actually exist?
Can the substance exist right now?
Literally, no. Honestly, I feel like I could survive with substance.
I think so too.
I could relax being old in my week or whatever, and then when I'm like gonna turn into a baddie, that's where I'm gonna go full out and party and shit. Like, I'm saving my energy for that. What the fuck? So I don't see any negative connotation with fucking substance. So please give it to me right fucking now.
I'm like, if they make it Ozempic, they could definitely make the substance.
That is very true, unless it already exists.
Oh my God, please call me.
I need that right now. When I think about being old, I just think about being just free, bitch. But then still concerned about myself because I'm like, damn, bitch, like, am I gonna be those viejitos on the road, like fucking barely peeking over through the steering wheel, barely trying to drive? Am I gonna have some support, at least like money that I could like have for transportation or something? Because when you're older, like, you're not working no more. You have to try to make that money somehow. And, you know, sometimes Social Security doesn't give you that help, especially depending on how much that you make. There's just so much to it when you get older, and it's just so much more risk because you have to be a lot more careful. You're just so fragile, bitch. Like, imagine how many hip replacements I'm gonna have, knee replacements, like.
And you also have to think about all of that stuff. That's why I always think about getting old, because I don't see myself driving. I always complain about like old people driving and how they shouldn't drive and how they should have their families drive. But some old people don't have their families anymore. And I also think about it like that. Like, girl, like, I'm sure by the time that I'm older, it's all realistic. My mom's not gonna be here. My stepdad's not gonna be here. I'm just gonna have my my siblings. And then, you know, like at the end of the day, what if they don't have kids and I'm there by myself? So definitely I want to make sure that in my retirement plan, I have a chauffeur. That's the thing that I'm also thinking about. It's like, fuck, am I making the right financial decisions in order for me to live the life that I want to when I'm older? Because I also don't want to, you know, live miserable when I'm old. Like that sucks. And having to depend on where to get money left and right. That's the things that I plan ahead for because I want to make sure I live a really happy life. It's real life. Lately, I've just been very appreciative about life, and I appreciate being 27 years old and that God gave me the opportunity to live another year. I'm starting to learn that a lot of my decisions and a lot of the things that affect me in life are not really much of a big deal. And I'm starting to learn that substances, for example, like alcohol and smoking even, are not good for my health. Yeah, I might be drinking a buzzball right now, but I also did give myself a goal that I'm gonna enjoy my 20s no matter how it is. If I want to drink, I'll drink. If I want to smoke some weed, I fucking will. But I feel like as soon as I hit 30, I'm gonna stop all that. No more drinking, no more smoking. I'm gonna be a very clean life because I feel like
you already enjoyed that in your 20s.
I already enjoyed it. I'm fine. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
I really don't need alcohol. I really don't need weed. Like,
it's just
people
suppressing our emotions.
People walk around every single day and just swallow their problems and just deal with their problems head on without having to have one drop of alcohol or one hit of a pen or anything like that. That's what I want for myself. And yeah, that's what I expect myself in the next couple of years.
Wow.
To be substance free.
Yay! 27, 20, 29, 30. Yeah, got 3 years. So hopefully you don't black out too much in these 3 years. Let's see how many times you could black out in 3 years.
Literally, I should have a calendar. But no, I'm super excited for 27. The first thing that I did even before I turned 27 was I'm so fucking excited. Before we got into this podcast, I had already known that Lady Gaga was going on tour for the Mayhem Ball, and I was just kind of waiting for her to announce the tickets. And I kind of think that it's like a sign of the universe. This is always a sign to the universe, because why is it that Lady Gaga announced her album in March and then she announces her tour literally the beginning of my birthday?
Yeah.
So it was kind of meant to be for me to go, you know what I mean?
It was.
So I was already looking for tickets, and mind you guys, they were really fucking expensive, and I had already gotten like a pre-order access, so I was really down to get the VIP, but we ended up waiting a little too long. And this is for all the resellers out there, because fuck you.
Literally.
Fuck all the resellers out there. This is a very bitch. Fuck you. Because the ticket that I wanted, instead of it being $1,200, it is now $5,000 fucking dollars. So yes, fuck you resellers, because I'm just trying to have a good time. You're just trying to make your bag, and I get it. Anybody can go get their bag. I get it.
But there's other ways.
Pero vete la verga. You can go fucking go get a job and do something else and not fucking profit off the people that want to go have a good experience.
Isn't that illegal? Like, for resellers
That should definitely be. Personally, the government should shut down resellers, because that's insane.
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
That's insane. Like,
Honestly.
I can't believe that you can mark up a ticket like more than
5 times the fucking value, 4 times at least the value of
girl.
what it is. That's ridiculous, to be honest. And you know what? There's people that really do got the money like that and they're able to spend it like that. But girl, like, there's no reason for tickets to be that expensive.
Yeah.
If Lady Gaga knew, she would have charged 5,000, babes. But in this case, she's like, no, 1,200 should be good.
I got really sad. I even cried in the morning because I was like, fuck, like I really wanted to go, and I really wanted to go with that package, and like I just don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just fucking wait and see if the VIP packages come back or not. Mind you guys, the only reason why I cried, a fucking first world problems, and I understand, but I grew up with Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga gave me a sense of freedom, and she gave me a sense of being able to be who I am and be true to myself. And she definitely did encourage me to love myself. I grew up in a divorced family, and you know, it was a lot of problems that I was very first-handed into, and Lady Gaga was my escape. So I get very emotional because this was one of my dreams. I had even told you guys in the past that there was this one time that I wanted to go to a Lady Gaga concert, and the tickets were less than like $80. $100. And I had asked my mom if I could go, and she had promised me them for my birthday, but I don't know what happened, and I didn't end up getting them. So I like got super sad and cried. As soon as I was able to make adult money, Lady Gaga stopped touring. So I was like, Moo, like what the fuck? Like
the time that I'm already an adult.
Yeah, like I can't even do it. So as soon as she started doing the Chromatica ball, I signed up. And I remember that day very vividly. Me and Alan, we were going to LA to go pick up some heels for our birthday party. That was the day that Lady Gaga had announced her Chromatica ball, and I went into full-on panic mode, and I started trying to see what was the best tickets. And I also started calling all of my friends that were down to go with me to the Lady Gaga concert. And we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna book it? Are we gonna book it? And they were like, yeah, we're down with the price. And we booked it. And mind you guys, like as soon as I booked the ticket, I was still like not in realization that I got the tickets. As soon as we were going home from LA, I started putting Pandora. And tell me why, Lady Gaga just starts playing, and I start bursting out into tears because I was just like, oh my God, like I'm so excited to listen to this live. Like this is crazy to me that this is about to happen. Anyways, this goes about to this now. And when we went to the Lady Gaga concert, yeah, I had a good time, but my experience wasn't the way that I had wanted it to. The seats weren't as great as well because it was a stadium tour, and this time around it is going to be more of an arena, so it's smaller. I'm super excited to remake my Lady Gaga experience much more better. I'm going just with Alan. I feel like this time around I was just like, babe, you know, I have full control with just you and me, and I know that I'm gonna have a good time just with you. That's why I'm super excited that it's just gonna be me and Alan, just because it's gonna be like a really fun experience, and I know that it's just gonna be a really, really good time overall. And I just can't wait to hear like the songs. I just can't. Like right now I'm still like a little bit in shock that I got them, and all thanks to Irma and Ashley and Alan because that was part of my gift. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Like I just can't believe, like I literally only paid like $200 for my ticket, which I was down to pay a little bit more, but I knew that right now I couldn't afford it, so I was down to like wait a month to get my tickets, but I knew I wasn't gonna get the best ones.
No,
so,
and then either way, I feel like by then they would have been sold out and way
super more expensive. Even on the way over here, I don't know if you didn't notice, but I put Lady Gaga on, but as soon as I heard one of my favorite songs, like I started crying because I just know that that's gonna be like my moment. Like I know that when you had your moment with Kali Uchis, that's gonna be my moment with Lady Gaga. Like literally. I'm going to fucking cry. And this time around, I'm gonna plan out everything fucking accordingly. My outfit's gonna be planned accordingly. Alan's outfit's gonna be planned accordingly. I wanna get there in a limo.
Bitch, party bus and everything.
A party
just
bus and
coming
everything.
out.
Literally. But I want to have a really good time. And yeah, I just can't wait for Lady Gaga. I can't wait to hug you.
Bitch. You
I'll run on stage.
Bitch, I mean, fuck it.
Fuck it. I don't care for a ticket.
At that point, honestly, you would just get kicked out of that arena, not other concerts.
Yeah, and I'll just watch it on YouTube.
Exactly. You're going to be popular.
Literally.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Once again, send Danny all his birthday wishes. Tell him happy birthday, that he's amazing, that he's a cutie, and that he means the world to you guys, and that you're going to offer, to suck his dick.
What the hell?
You know you want that.
What the hell? But of course, don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias at Call Me Danny,
at IrmaTitsXO, and also don't forget to follow the TikTok and Instagram of Let's Talk Pendejadas.
And also don't forget to comment down below what was your favorite part so you can get featured on next week's episode, and then come back up, click that like button and that subscribe button. And don't think we forgot about the positive affirmation, girl.
Today, I celebrate the gift of being me. I am honor how far I've come, embrace who I am right now, and welcome the magic of everything that's still ahead.
No. I'm getting old.
Ay, pinche viejo. Great day.
I'm pushing 30, girl, as Kylie Jenner said. But cheers. Chug this shit down for my birthday.
Cheers.
Make sure you do a blinker, bitch. Do a blinker, bitch. Do a blinker, bitch. Or chug.
Hey. Ooh. You did that, bitch.
You can have the rest.
No, I'm okay. I don't like the endings. And it's hot. You got it.
Bye.
Adios.